Okay, so we are now on item number 56. Still, and this is still part one. So, what is the basic function of the police traffic control? So, we are looking here for basic function of the police traffic control. Is it A, to prevent accident? B, investigating traffic collisions? C, to make sure traffic is easy flowing? D, tackling crimes? Where's the best answer here? The main function or the basic function of police traffic control is to prevent accident. That is the basic function of traffic control. 7. Soot and debris collected from the suspected arson scene should be collected with the use of blank. Is it A, plastic, B, wooden box, C, sealed metal container, D, paper bag? So what is being collected here is the soot, no? The debris, and it is in arson case, suspected arson case. How would you collect the soot and debris? It should be with the use of a sealed metal container. Okay? Hindi pwede plastic, masusunog yun. No? Wooden box, masusunog yun. Paper bag, lalo na masusunog yun. So, it is sealed metal container. It is a standard questioning covering general inquiry of the investigation. So, is it A, criminal investigation, B, the phases of investigation, C, cardinal points of investigation, D, tools of investigation. So, ang STEM ng question is standard questioning. Standard questioning. Okay? And it's covering general inquiry of the investigation. So, alin mo dyan yung may question? Yung standard questioning. Of course, yung cardinal points of investigation. Remember the 5W and 1H. That is a standard questioning yun. Okay? Standard questioning. 5W and 1H. So, from the STEM alone, we can find the answer already. 59. Which of the following is true regarding the manifestation of withdrawal syndrome of drug abuse? So, alin dyan yung um, alin dito yung totoo about withdrawal syndrome? Okay? Withdrawal syndrome. So, ito naman sa mga drug user to, no? Yung you are a dependent of drugs you abuse a certain dangerous drugs probably, then you stop, no? You stop taking drugs, then it will cause what we call withdrawal syndrome. No? It will cause withdrawal syndrome. So, alin dyan yung totoo? Is it A, withdrawal symptoms does not necessarily mean that the person is physically dependent on the drug? Okay, that's letter A. B, the symptoms are usually opposite to the effects of drug itself. Okay. C, when drug is stopped, the compensatory changes is also stopped, producing withdrawal syndrome symptoms. Or D, all statements above are false. So, we're going to use the process of elimination lang na to. All the statements are false. And the most logical answer here is when drug is stopped, the compensatory changes is also stop producing withdrawal symptoms. No? So, ito yung tinatawag na withdrawal syndrome. No? Shaking, no? Hindi na makatulog. Okay? And that is withdrawal symptoms. 60. Which the following are included in the 4 core functions of Interpol? 4 core functions of International Police Organization or Interpol. Is it A, securing global police communication services? B, operational data services and database for police? C, operational police support services? D, police training and development, or all of the above? Of course, ang tamang sagot is all of the above. Although, of course, you rarely choose all of the above. But my point here is I want you to know the core functions of the Interpol. Okay? Yan, ito yung core functions ng Interpol. Secure Global Police Communication Services. Okay, yan. Operational Data Services and Database for Police. Operational Police Support Services and Police Training and Development. So, yan yung police, Interpol, um, four core functions. Yan. So, you try to familiarize the four kasi lumabas na yan sa board exam. 61. Which notice of Interpol will be used to seek an arrest of wanted persons with a view of extradition? So, ito ay mga notice ng Interpol. Ang purpose is to seek arrest of wanted person. So, para ma-arrest ang wanted person. So, anong notice? Is it red notice, yellow notice, blue notice, or black notice? Pag arrest of wanted person, it should be red notice. Okay? Red notice, wanted person. Dito yun, okay? Ito yung mga Interpol notices. Pag red notice, wanted persons. Pag yellow notice, missing persons. Missing persons. Pag blue notice, additional information. Additional information. Pag black notice, unidentified bodies, may patay na hindi ma-determine yung identity. Green notice is warnings and intelligence. May terrorist attack sa isang lugar, that's green notice. Orange notice, imminent threat. May threat sa lugar na yun. Purple notice is modus operandi. Okay, purple notice is modus operandi. And international, ito yung Interpol, UN Security Council Special Notice. So, those are the notices of Interpol. I want you to be familiarized with the different kinds of notices na sa Interpol. Kasi lumalabas sa board exam. Okay. Ito. According to Interpol, this notice will be used to provide warnings and criminal intelligence. Warnings and criminal intelligence about persons who have committed criminal offense and are likely to repeat these crimes in other country. Okay? Is it orange notice? B. Interpol UN special notice? Green notice o yellow notice? Of course, that is green notice. No? Green notice yan. Pag warnings and criminal intelligence. 63. This can be defined as the rigorous system of verbal description. Rigorous system of verbal description of physical characteristics of the subject. Okay? So, verbal description, we're talking of verbal description of physical characteristics of subject. So, is it anthropometry, portrait parle, fingerprint, or rose gallery? So, of course, ang tamang sagot dito ay yung portrait parle. No? Verbal description of physical characteristics. Anthropometry kasi is measurement. No? They are trying to measure the physical characteristics of person. Circumference dito, anong haba yung mukha mo, anong haba yung sigo, papuntang finger, yan yung anthropometry. Portrait parle, basically, this is what? Verbal description of physical characteristics. Parang ano yung cartographic sketch yan. Okay? Parang cartographic sketch yan. 64. A notice issued by Interpol to collect additional information about person's identity. Collect additional information about person's identity or activities in relation to a crime. Is it red notice, yellow notice, blue notice, black notice? So, of course, it is blue notice. Additional information about the person. Okay? 65. Refers to the collection of photographs of known criminals used by police to identify the suspect. So, ito yung collection of photographs. Okay? Collection of photographs of known criminals. At ng mga naresto nandun. Okay? And it will be used by the police just in case may nangyari namang krimen. Is it rogues gallery, portrait parle, police lineup, or anthropometry? So, of course, this is rogues gallery. No? It's the collection of photographs of a known criminals. Okay, used by the police to identify the suspect. 66. It is the process by which a crime victim or witnesses putative identification of a suspect is confirmed to the level that can count as evidence at trial. The process usually involves having suspect and four or five other people lined up against the wall. Okay? So, ito yung for purposes of identification of suspect. Okay? And usually, this process usually involves what? The suspect and the four or five other will line up. Okay? Line up against the wall. Is it police lineup? Is it strip method? Is it rogues gallery or portrait parley? So, given na yun, no? We are given na that's police lineup. What's being described here is police lineup. 67. In searching for evidence at a crime scene, the search area is divided into quadrants. Okay, so with one searcher assigned to each and the quadrants can be expanded depending on the size of the search area. This search method is called strip method, grid method, wheel method, or zone method. So, ito yung searching for evidence. Search area is divided into quadrants. So, may quadrants. And one searcher assigned to each of the quadrant. Anong tawag sa search method na to? Of course, this is zone method. So, is it strip method, grid method, wheel method, or zone method? So, zone method kasi may quadrant. Okay, may quadrant. Yan. Different kinds of search. We have strip search method. Proceed slowly at the same pace along paths and parallel to one side to the rectangle. So, ganun lang yan. Ganun. The strip method. Yung double strip method naman, rectangle is transverse first parallel to the base, then parallel to the side. So, pag ganun yung una, tapos pag ganun naman, double strip. Okay? Or that's also grid method. Double strip is also grid method yan. Yung spiral naman, yung spiral beginning at the outside and spiraling towards the center. So, from outside, spiraling towards the center. So, outside pag ganun, no? Ayan. Then, search method, the searcher gather at the center, they will gather at the center and proceed outward like raday or spokes, like yung wheel, no? Ayan, wheel method yun. I think we have, yeah, ito yung natawag nating strip method. Ganito lang. Then, you have the double strip method. Okay? Pag ganun. After that, pag ganun naman, double strip. Or, ito ay tinatawag din grid method kasi ito ay nagpo-form ng grid. Yan, grid yan. Yung spiral method naman is from outside going inside. Okay? Yung wheel method naman, from the center, then they will proceed to the different opposite direction. Okay? And that's the wheel method. Wala dito yung zone method. Yung zone method, ito yung quadrant, ito yung zone area, i-divide nito into quadrant. Okay, may quadrant yan. 68. The blank notice will be issued by Interpol to help locate missing person. Okay, locate missing person, often minors, or to help identify person who are unable to identify themselves. So, missing person, we're looking for missing person here. Is it red notice, yellow notice, green notice, black notice? So, it is, of course, yellow notice. Red notice, wanted. Green notice is yung warning and intelligence. No? Yung black kasi is dead body, which is unidentified. Unidentified dead body. Ayan yung black notice. Okay, I think that will be all for this session. Let's continue in our next session.